What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. Today we're going to be taking the 2023 Colorado Trail Boss on a road trip. We're going camping today. Now my brother and his family are already out there. We've got about a 2-hour drive ahead of us. 10:39 a.m. Should be there before 1 o'clock. One thing to note, 1,278 miles and the magical check engine light is off today. The truck wants to cooperate today. It was on this morning, and actually it just went off driving over here. That pesky check engine light is still on. So not sure what that's all about, but I've got an appointment this week coming up to get it checked out. Hopefully it comes back on so they can actually diagnose it. But anyways, this is the truck's maiden voyage. First road trip. Now, of course, I've taken the truck on the highway, going to work, driving around town and whatnot. But we've yet to take a road trip. Now I've got all my gear in the back seat here because it's looking like it might rain on the way there. Should have sunny skies once we get there to start to the campsite. But I don't want all my gear to sit in the bed and get drenched on the way over there. Really need to get myself a bed cover or ideally a topper. That would be sick. But anyways, just wanted to bring you guys along for the journey. Show you how the truck does on the road trip, do a little vlog-esque type video for this one. And yeah, thanks for coming along. Thanks for riding along with the journey. Let's hope she does all right. All right, so we're about 45 miles into the trip so far, and so far so good. I've actually had the opportunity to play around with the adaptive cruise control and the lane centering for the first time. You know, I've taken the truck on the highway, obviously, but never for a road trip or an extended period of time. Let me just say, the adaptive cruise control it's fucking chef's kiss. It works really, really well. And the lane centering is pretty cool too. You know, this is as close that you can get to the Tesla Autopilot or the GM Super Cruise on the Cadillacs that you can get without being that, right? One thing to point out here is that always keep your undivided attention on the road. With systems like this, anything can go wrong at any given time, right? You know, my eyes are on the road. I'm focused fully on driving, checking the cars around me, and paying attention to what I'm doing and to what others are doing as well. You know, some of these systems give us a false sense of confidence. You know, they're nice to have for, you know, extended road trips or long drives on the highway, but they're not just an excuse to play around on your phone or pull up your computer or watch Netflix or whatever. You still have to drive, still pay attention. Now, I will say we're getting into the foothills here, you know, and we have a mountain overlook coming up here in about 30 minutes or so. So I'll check in with you guys then and report back. So far, so good. It's a beautiful day. Got blue skies. The weather's good. Really looking forward to getting out there and camping this weekend. I'll check in with you guys as we get to that overlook. Woo! Alright, so we're about 15 minutes away. We ended up skipping that mountain overlook and just powering through. Just really want to get out here. There are some clouds in the sky and it might potentially rain this afternoon, so I wanted to get to camp first and get everything set up before the potential rain sets in. But I'll keep you guys posted when we get there. I'll give you guys just an overview. I mean, this was a 2-hour drive, first road trip really in the Colorado, and I've got some feedback. Good or bad? Stick around to see. Woo! Well, we are camping, but it is raining so hard. Check out this 360-degree camera view. It's extremely helpful. I've actually got the truck in four-wheel drive right now. The dirt road has turned into a mudslide, and it's an absolute mess. To be honest, I left my rain fly off my tent. All of my stuff is absolutely soaked, so we're going to make some dinner and wait this rain out, and then probably pack up and head home. We were down by the river swimming. I mean, 5 minutes ago it was perfectly sunny, not a cloud in the sky. And that's the deal with the mountains, right? You know, the weather changes so quickly, it's unpredictable. And just lucked out today, or ran out of luck today. But anyways, we're all super hungry. Going to make some food, cook out on the grill, under the pavilion, stay dry, and then pack up and head home with a bunch of wet camping gear. Woo! It's the day after camping and I just started up the truck, and what do you know, the check engine light is on and it says service power steering, no assist soon. Kind of scratching my head on this one. I've got another road trip I'm leaving for tomorrow, or supposed to be leaving for tomorrow, but maybe we'll be postponing that since we're actually getting a real error now for the first time. So here we are about 800 miles later. I left for the camping trip with 1,200 miles, sitting at 2,000 right now. And right after I got back from the camping trip, I actually left again and drove to the beach. I was at the beach for the majority of the week this week, and I'm just getting back. So, you know, I've put 800 miles on the truck in the past week, and I've definitely got some feedback as far as the road trip worthiness of the truck. Just a few things that I wanted to point out. First off, the Android Auto is wireless, and that's great for the most part. It connects via Bluetooth, but there's some sort of bug in the infotainment where as soon as I turn on the truck, it's a 50-50 dice roll, whether it's going to connect to Android Auto or just to the audio. And it's strange. I don't know what causes it. You know, sometimes I'll hop in the truck and turn it on and it'll connect to Android Auto right away. This time I hopped in the truck and I turned it on and it just connected to Bluetooth audio, so it did not connect to Android Auto. But I'm not sure what causes that. You know, even if I have Android Auto connected, and then I jump in the truck, turn it back on, sometimes it'll just connect to audio. It won't connect to Android Auto automatically. And then sometimes it will. It's very strange. I don't know what causes it or what the reasoning is behind that. But yeah, you guys can see I got a bunch of sand in the truck, got a beach towel. Truck is filthy, really need to clean it. It's on my to-do list. One more thing to point out here is that the windows. Now, what's missing from these buttons right here? Window lock. There is no window lock. So if you guys are driving with kids or a pet of some sorts that likes to fiddle around or put their paws on the door, they're going to be rolling the windows down nonstop. And you can combat that, obviously, by just rolling them back up manually. But there's no window lock button. Very, very strange. And something I had actually just realized, you know, being 2,000 miles into ownership and a little over, 5 weeks into ownership of the truck, there's no window lock. It's a weird thing to me. Something I didn't catch until I realized I wanted it or needed it. Overall, though, truck drives very well on the road for road trip, and actually right now, MPGs are averaging 19.7, which is okay. I mean, it is the Trail Boss with the 2-inch lift and the 20-inch wheels. Going back to these screens right here just to show you guys again. But yeah, that pesky check engine light is still on. I had an appointment at the dealership, but ended up going to the beach, so I missed it. It was a very last-minute road trip down to the beach. But yeah, I mean, overall, this truck drives pretty great for road trips. The lane centering is pretty killer, as well as the cruise control over here, the adaptive cruise control where you can set your follow distance. It basically drives itself for the most part. Truck rides fine on road trips. You're not bumping around like crazy. Suspension is fairly soft. I mean, for, a lifted 2-inch truck. overall, though, very satisfied. I mean, it's a drivable truck, you know. There's nothing too harsh or too crazy that I've noticed in these 2,000 miles or on these road trips, just in terms of, you know, everyday drivability, being able to hop in the truck and go on a road trip or go on vacation or something of the likes. So overall, pretty satisfied. Just that pesky window. There's no window locking. That's the only thing that I've noticed on this road trip that has made me realize there's no window lock. But other than that, so far so good.